I was as lucky as to work with school children in Central America for a year. I covered classes in English and informatics and helped organize free time activities.
In Mexico City, I used to work in a human rights organization developing public policies to prevent human rights violations committed by local authorities.
In Moscow and Siberia, I taught high school students social science regarding the development of less densely populated territories.
I was working as head of office in the Croatian Lobbyist Association, advocating for the creation and implementation of law on lobbying in Croatia.
I worked with the Spirit of Enniskillen charity in Northern Ireland. It was established after a bombing which killed 11 people, and it aimed to bring together young people from the Irish and British communities.
My whole life I have been involved in the community I happen to live in, which led me to discover my passion in international development.
One of my greatest life experiences was working for the Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative in New Delhi, India, an NGO that advocates for greater government transparency and human rights.
I am an active advocate for the human rights of LGBT people in the Philippines. I've helped organize numerous educational discussions on themes like bullying and violence due to sexual orientation and gender identity.
I worked with a human law firm that represents minorities, prisoners facing death penalty, and the victims of war and terror and police torture in Pakistan.
I was a social activist working on the language policy campaigns. I've decided to become a volunteer teacher in a very interesting project called Free Courses of Ukrainian Language.
Back in Nigeria, I belong to a group of young professionals who are involved in mentoring young girls in public high school. We also see them through family challenges and peer pressure.
For the majority of my life, I've been working with my mother's foundation. When my brother was very young, he was diagnosed with autism, and in order to better facilitate opportunities for him and for other children with autism, my mother started the Simpson-Baber Foundation for the Autistic.
In the future, I hope to advance human rights both in and outside of academia.
I would like to work in Ukrainian government, as now our country has a lot of problems that need to be solved.
Combining the skills and knowledge which I will acquire at CEU, I will try to make a contribution to fix our economy.
I hope in the near future that my public activity will become the driving force for students' motivation in social sciences.
I hope to teach and help young students and researchers on gender studies and LGBT issues.
I would like to create a think tank or work in an NGO, creative, innovative and strategic policies with broad impact into society.
I will start an NGO that reaches out to young girls from challenged backgrounds.
Without the Alumni Scholarship, I might not even be here and leave this message to you. I really appreciate it.
To all the donors who make this scholarship possible, thank you. I hope one day to return the favor to another generation of leaders.
Had it not been the Alumni Scholarship, my dream of education abroad wouldn't have materialized. Thank you, Dera Manana.
I would like to sincerely thank the CEU alumni for this generous donation. The scholarship has made it much easier to transition to living in a foreign country.
Receiving the Alumni Scholarship meant the difference between a world-class graduate education and an uncertain future.
Thank you for setting me on the road of dream realization.